Yo, what's poppin', guys? Here is a short Purrely video. I only have 3 replays for you guys. I was playing this during the Duelist Cup because I was on vacation and could only play from my phone, so I couldn't really play combo decks. This is a nice control deck here. The upcoming ban list, which comes out, I think today actually, for when this video releases, puts the Purrely back to 3, which is very, very nice. Just a quick overview of my tech options here. Of course, you're going to run like maximum of all the Purrely cards. I'm on 2 Yeep and none of the other trap. I personally think this is just the best ratio to run. Gives you enough follow-up without breaking too much. For the non-engine, of course, we're going to run the Master Duel attacks here. And then I'm running a lot of cards that you can activate when you draw them off of the Sleepy Memory here. So something like Imperm is dead if you draw it here. That's why I'm preferring to play a bunch of Veilers and the Ghost Mourners, which are kind of like Imperm at home, I guess. Then I'm also on some Ogres, some Bell. We have the Nib as well. These guys are hard ones per turns, so I'm only on 2 copies of them because I don't really want to draw multiples of the hard onces, but they're still good cards in the format as well. I think Talents is pretty nice. You have a lot of live draws if you get ashed on a cat or something, which you can see in the video as well. I have a replay of this where I get ashed on the Purrely. And if you have another quick play, you can just extend anyways. Might as well pitch this, doesn't really matter, right? Or you can just still draw even more cards for more advantage. But if you don't have any of the quick play spells, there's a very, very high chance of you actually drawing into them because you have 5 non-quick plays. So you're only on 35 cards, of which you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus this fish effectively gives you one as well. So it's like 13 copies, right? In 2 draws of 35 cards. That's very, very likely to find them. And then we're also on an Azaroon, because if I have like bodies left over, what am I going to do with them? I guess I could go into some anti-Tenpai rank 1 or whatever, right? But I'm going to opt to go into a Silly Hat Rabbit here. That just gives me another disruption, and I feel like the rest of the extra X is just pretty standard. All right, I hope you guys enjoy the video. We're beating up a bunch of Kash players again. Makes me feel great every time. Hope you guys feel great as well vicariously. Maybe you can learn something. All right, so for our first game, our hand is going to be fairly mediocre. We do lose to an Ash here. Of course, we lead with the street as per usual, and then we do get ashed. Very unfortunate. We do have the Maxi though, so it's not as terrible. We're going to use it in the standby phase. As long as you use it before the main phase, it plays around Talents and the Kashtira cards. And the only difference between draw phase and standby phase is that Droll is live in the standby phase, so it punishes it better. Might as well, right? Rise Heart banishes, we lose 1 of our 2 Purrely. Remember, it is limited to 2, so semi-limited. Then we have 1 Pretty Memory and 1 My Friend that are gone. They don't find a way to lethal, and as per usual, we're just going to draw Nib per turn, which is going to be completely worthless. Would have been amazing to have had it before. And now here we're going to Mourner the Unicorn. So on the one hand, this will stop him from extra deck ripping our Zeus, and on the other hand, it will be a surprise tool that will help us later. So in the main phase here, we're going to force out the mandatory activation of the Arise Heart here, which is going to turn on the Talents. This way we get to take it away. So of course, there's going to start like banishing a bunch of stuff. This is completely pointless. I don't know. I mean, I guess he just wanted to like remove materials, right? Makes sense. Gonna lock some more zones and everything. And because he got to detach the Big Bang, he now gets to summon out another unicorn, so he gets to extra deck rip Zeus again. Very unfortunate. Now, of course, we go for the targeting protection here first, and then we get to activate the Purrely here. Fortunately, he got rid of the Arise Heart for us, and they banish not the Zeus for some reason. What? Zeus is obviously the out to his board state. I don't know why Kashtira players refuse to hit Zeus. So we're going to go for a Happiness line to make a Fat Noir or a Fat Zeus, doesn't really matter. And we get to deal a ton of damage here. because we get to keep having their attack. Now they do have a response here, but they're not chaining anything. Remember, the Purrely attach effects have to be in a direct chain, so this is definitely a misplay by them not chaining to it. But they I mean, I guess thanks, I guess, right? Now we are greeting here. I can return a spell trap they control to the hand. I want to just Zeus them all the way. I'm thinking, we're probably fine, right? We're gonna have enough materials to reactivate under Zeus. They're refusing to activate stuff to like chain block us. It's similar to like the Lady of the Labyrinth, right? And we're going to add another spell here to hand, so we have something chainable to play around a droplets. Like if he droplets sends monsters or sends traps or whatever, I can chain the spell and then chain Zeus again. They have imperm, so we have to use Zeus again. And yeah, they're at 500 health, and now the surprise tool that we have used earlier during the standby phase is the Mourner. It's gone. Oh, it's banished. There we go. Here we go. When that face-up monster leaves the field this turn, its controller takes damage equal to its original attack. So, boom. We got that Mourner jump scare for game. Feels great, man. In this replay, we're going to be going second against Kashtira. There was a ton of Kashtira here in the Duelist Cup. Now, Valor and Ogre is terrible. There's way better targets for it. And, I mean, they have all the extenders anyways. It's not like it really matters, let's be honest. Adding the Unicorn here lets me know that he just has the extenders anyways, which I figured. And now Valor's dead. So, Kashtira is just pretty free deck. Honestly, you don't need much skill or anything to play it and still win the games. But unfortunately, if you have a massive lack of skill, you can still find ways to lose games that would otherwise be unlosable. So here he opts not to use the Unicorn to banish the Zeus for some reason. But like obviously he should just have deleted Zeus. Now we're going to assume that he is going to do that. So our play here is we activate the Purrely Street. That way he can't target our kitty cats. Then we use the Happy Memory to summon the White Cat, which will then reveal the Pretty Memory in hand to make the Beauty here, which will let us negate a monster on the field. That way we get to negate the Arise Heart. Remember, he can't target, banish anything here because we are targeting protected by the Purrely Street. And then we can like suck it up or something. We have the Yeep to make another dude, another Noir. So we're super fine here anyways, even when he does banish the Zeus. Oh yeah, it triggers here. And for some reason he hits Noir and then attaches it. I don't know why you wouldn't hit Zeus here. Like you can see there's a Zeus in my extra deck. And now for some other reason, he hits the street. Now, in the line I just described, this doesn't make a difference because he can't hit our cat anyways with this. But what this does free up is a line where we can just go straight into Zeus here because he can no longer target my guys, right? Like this guy isn't a Purrely. This wouldn't have been protected by the field spell. Yeah. So we just get to Zeus out his entire board. Very beautiful. Yeah, for some reason he also recycled the cats for me so I can shuffle them back with the Yeep. Very awkward. So we're ending on Zeus, on the Beauty negate, and we get the Yeep to get another spin as well. And he's on 2 cards in hand. There's no way he beats this. This card is dead because my monsters are in defense position and we get to just chain the Yeep. And now we win the game here for free. Alright, this replay we're going first. Our only play here is the Purrely, so it actually does hurt getting ashed here. I don't think you should ash this. I think you should ash my friend or something instead, because there's a lot of punishes to ashing this. But he also has the maxi. I am going to ash this because I feel fairly confident that Talons can actually draw me into like any quick play spell. We don't have a normal summon, but any quick play spell. And we get to play, and since we haven't found any, there's a high chance of finding some. Here we get to fortunately find the Sleepy Memory, get the White Cat here, and activate its effect. Baldrake does nothing really, if we're being honest, but he has it, I guess, right? Might as well use it. Now we get to find a Yeep and a Field Spell, so we're going to opt for just grabbing the Yeep here. That way Purrely can go into the Noir, which can't use its effect, but we have the Yeep already, which is like the entire point of making it. So we still get to make the X Noir here at least. Now he's going to Ash to draw 1, which I mean, I guess I'm fine with, right? I feel like Ash has a way better target, so like for the draw 1 is like super fine. We just chain the Yeep here. We could use it in an open game state as well. It doesn't really make a big difference. I can't think of any reason to like wait for the open game state, I guess. Yeah. So we have to draw 1. It's just follow up. And we're going to save the Azarune because we know we can just check it in battle phase. And now this is the end of the battle phase. You can tell. Oh, I was too late. Well, the E is still here. You can still see the E for like end of battle phase, right? End step. Yeah. So it still shows up. I guess I was kind of in time. So he can't attack anymore. So I feel very confident summoning out the Azarune because there's no way of outing it. And then he commits into the M7. So we're just going to go ahead and just despawn this. Go straight to the graveyard. Very nice. Sarah gets to send something, but this does not matter at all if he doesn't have another Bystial in his hand, which apparently he doesn't because he is going to pass here. So it's 1 card in hand. Now, this is kind of awkward. You might be wondering, why are we just shuffling back his Lubellion here? I think it's the best target to shuffle back, right? But the important part is we have to detach the Noir and the Sleepy Memory, because the only way we are actually consistently setting up another X Purrely Noir here is by remaking the X Purrely Noir, of course. And to do this, I need to summon out another Black Cat from deck, which can then equip the Sleepy Memory, which we have just detached, and the to summon out the X Purrely Noir, which we are going to now shuffle back using the Yeep. This is unfortunately not like super efficient material usage or something, but because the X Purrely Noir we have is going to shuffle itself back now, we do have to find a way to actually get into a new copy of it. So that's what I'm setting up here. We're gonna summon another White Cat, see if we can find some nice follow-up. We do find the Street, which is probably the best draw here, honestly. Swing for a bit of damage, and now we're gonna go ahead and make an SP in the main phase 2. It's just gonna banish another dude from the graveyard, give us another disruption, and he's on Phantasme. Like, Bystial control players are crazy, right? Yeah. So he's gonna activate the Baldrake here, and I'm going to opt to actually activate the Little Knight to banish the Phantasmate. This does absolutely nothing for me, but maybe they misplay and actually chain the Phantasmate and discard the Baldrake. That way I would lose the SP, which doesn't matter because in this game state, they are on their draw for turn plus Phantasmate, while I get to Yeep for a fat X Purrely Noir and 6 draws. So SP definitely is not making the difference in this game state. And if they don't chain it, I don't lose anything at all, right? Because it's the end of the turn anyways. So we're gonna use this. They pitch the Baldrake, so that means they don't get the summon. They still get the banish, but they don't get the summon, and I lose an SP. Big whoop. I really don't care. Yeah, you're about to see here, we get to attach another Sleepy Memory in the end phase. So during their turn here, they're going to, in the draw phase, banish my Purrely. Great, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to draw 3 cards here. They're going to use the trap, and we're just going to go ahead and draw 3 more cards. We can find a Maxi, is just add insult to injury. It really doesn't matter. Here they make the Typhon, and normally, since my toggle is on, right, Noir has less than 3k attack, so I would just shuffle this back, and then oh, he can't negate it because he doesn't have a discard, right? Then I would shuffle back to Phantasme. He's on 0 cards. I have 7 cards in hand because I draw 1 per turn, and I guess the rest of the Noir free win. But since I have the Mourner in hand, I'm just going to go ahead and use this to negate him. Now I can just shuffle him back in the main phase. This also burns them, which makes it a lot easier to find lethal next turn. And they're going to decide to scoop it up right here, and we win this game as well.